welcome to another Friday Reads. I have some new books to show and talk about, and the same old one too. Yeah, I've got another 2 weeks to finish. Where is it? It's down here to finish up Gravity's Rainbow. It gets really good. The last part, the fourth part, really brings 1945 and the 60s into the 70s, and when he was currently writing this, because he brings in Nixon and that. So continuing with that, but I think I'm going to close with some poetry from Billy Collins. This is a new book from him, The Dog Show Poems, and I'll give a little teaser. It's all about dogs. No, obviously, but it has watercolor paintings in it, and they're really quite good. I mean, I enjoy them, and I'll be reading the last poem. He mentions Yeats in it, and if you know Billy Collins, they're all kind of uplifting and humorous. So look forward to that, eh? I can't believe I just said like I'm Canadian. It is February, and that's Holmes is Where the Heart Is. I've got a couple books here I'm reading. I'm almost done with the West End horror, and when I finish that, I'm reading them out of publication order, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna read Nicholas Meyer's first one, The 7% Solution. These are both pastiche. They're where a discovered or an unpublished manuscript is found or discovered and brought to Watson, and because Watson writes and tells all the stories. So the West End horror is good. It's in London, surrounded in the Savoy Theatre, and that was made famous by Gilbert and Sullivan, who are involved in the murder. And so they start off with Bernard Shaw, and who's just a critic at the time in London. Then they move on to interview Oscar Wilde, and this it takes place during the time he spent 2 years in jail for his behavior, homosexuality, and spent 2 years in an Irish jail. And then there's been like 2 murders in this theater company. So anyway, I'll stop there. Don't want to spoil it too much. But look at this old copy. What do they call that when you open up? It has like a window. You open up the scene. I know you call it vintage, but yeah, too bad the 7% solution. But a subscriber sent me these 2 books, so thank you. They didn't want to be mentioned. And we're also in the Holmes is Where the Heart Is. We're reading Prisoner of the Devil is the buddy read, and got it here on Kindle. I started it, but I'm like 30% in. I'm going to have to start over. I was trying to read this at nighttime, and I've been busy. I mentioned this old classic book by Denning and Phillips, Astral Projection. Because I got a new set of tarot cards, I might send them back. Not that I dislike them, it's the Lester Crowley deck, but it's a lighter version of the real deck, and I just bought the real deck. It should be here in a week. But I'm real familiar with Crowley and the deck, so I've been delving into that, and I've been doing some practicing with dream work at night, so I haven't been reading it at nighttime. I've been trying to do some artwork. I have something, I'm pointing down here because it's down there. I have something done I can show you. Hang on. This is Stevie Ray Vaughan drawing, pencil. I did that a few weeks ago. When did I do that? Yeah, 27 January. So I have been doing some art. The other is kind of a pin-up girl riding a Les Paul guitar, and I need to finish that out next few days and weeks because I want to post it to the Sherlock Holmes group. Halfway through, Holmes is where the heart is. Everybody and their brother has read, or at least probably that. Not everybody, but in their brother, but people who like Sherlock Holmes, and I'm coming late to the party is what I'm trying to say, but it's never too late on BookTube. You know, I was going to say it. What do I say all the time? You know it. BookTube equals a free education, and it has for me. That's why I say it. So, let me have a sip of coffee, and I'll read a poem. All right, yeah, this book was sent to me by a friend in St. Louis. Not on BookTube, but a friend. So this poem is called The Following Dogs. There are dogs who will follow you perpetually and gladly, as if it were their purpose in life, at least while in the act of following you. Other dogs enjoy being followed. They sniff around, look back, then run ahead. W.B. Yeats, so monumentally heartsick, spent his boyhood summers following a black dog and a white dog around the hilly Irish countryside, as if it were the purpose of his life, which it might have been at the time. Clearly, there are worse practices than spending your time following a dog wherever way she may roam, into the woods or across the stream. How would it be possible to slap a child or smuggle arms to a band of wrathful gorillas if you're busy keeping up with the dog? So instead of following your bliss, follow around some light-hearted dog. Surely it's better than doing nothing, if anything were better than doing nothing, which, setting dogs aside for now, is said to be the best thing one can do, or not do, but in a positive way, forever. Amen. There's a dog walking away. So, thanks for your time. If you've read any of these books, let me know. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know if you're an avid dreamer. Do you dream at night? Do you dream in the daytime? You daydream. You spend your time living in the 80s like I do, in your mind. Like, subscribe, make a comment, I'll reply back to you.